लास्ट लेक्चर्स की कंटिन्यूएशन में ही हम चलते हैं। लास्ट लेक्चर्स में हम सोर्सेज ऑफ वाटर पोल्यूशन पढ़ रहे थे, तो उसी में आगे चलते हुए नेक्स्ट जो सोर्स है वाटर पोल्यूशन का, एग्रीकल्चरल वेस्ट. Not only is the agricultural sector is the biggest consumer of global freshwater resources, with farming and livestock production using about 70% of the earth's surface water supplies, but it's also a serious water polluter. Around the world, agriculture is the leading cause of water degradation. In the United States, agricultural pollution is the top source of contamination in lakes, in rivers and streams, the second biggest source in wetlands, and the third main source in lakes. It is also a major contribution of contamination to estuaries and groundwater. Every time it rains, fertilizers, pesticides, and animals waste from farms and livestock operations wash nutrients and pathogens, such bacteria and viruses, into our waterways. Nutrients pollution caused by excess of nitrogen and phosphorus in water or air is the number one threat to water quality worldwide and can cause algal blooms, a toxic soup of blue green algae that can be harmful to people and wildlife. Next source is oil pollution. Consumer account for the vast majority of oil pollution in our seas, including oil and gasoline that drips from millions of cars and trucks every day. Moreover, nearly half of the estimated 1 million tons of oil and that makes its way into marine environments each year comes not from tanker spills but from land based sources such as factories, farms, and cities. At sea, tanker spills accounts for about 10% of the oil and water around the world, while regular operation of the shipping industry through both legal and illegal discharges contribute about one third. Oil is also naturally released from under the ocean floor through fractures known as seeps. Next source of water pollution is radioactive waste. Radioactive waste is any pollution that emits radiation beyond what is naturally released by the environment. It is generated by uranium mining, nuclear power plants, and the production and testing of military weapons, as well as by universities and hospitals that used radioactive materials for research in medicines. Radioactive waste can persist in the environment for thousands of years, making disposal of major challenges. Consider the decommissioned hand Hanford nuclear weapons production site in Washington, where the cleanup of 56 million gallons of radioactive waste is expected to cost more than $100 billion and last through 2060. Accidentally released or improperly disposed of contaminants threaten groundwater, surface water, and marine resources. Next is thermal pollution. Thermal pollution is defined as sudden increase or decrease in temperature of a natural body of water, which may be ocean, lake, river, or pond by human influence. This is normally occurs when a plant or facility takes in water from a natural resources and puts it back with an altered temperature. Usually, these facilities use it as a cooling method for their machinery or to help better produce their products. Plants that produce different products or wastewater facilities are often the culprits of this massive exodus of thermal pollution. In order to properly control and maintain thermal pollution, humans and governments have been taking many steps to effectively manage how plants are able to use the water. However, the effects are still lasting today. Causes of thermal pollution may include 1 point water as cooling agent in power, manufacturing and industrial plants. Production and manufacturing plants are biggest source of thermal pollution. These plants draw water from nearby source to keep machines cool and then release the surface back to the source with higher temperature. When heated water returns to the river or ocean, the water temperature rises sharply. When oxygen levels are altered in the water, this can also degrade the quality and long, longevity of life in wildlife that lives underwater. Next point is soil erosion. Consistent soil erosion causes water bodies to rise, making them more exposed to sunlight. The higher temperature could prove fatal for aquatic biomes as it may give rise to anaerobic conditions. Next is deforestation. Trees and plants prevent sunlight from falling directly on lakes, ponds, or rivers. When deforestation takes place, these water bodies are directly exposed to sunlight, thus absorbing more heat and raising its temperature. Next is runoff from a paved surface. Urban runoff discharge to surface water from paved surfaces like roads and parking slots can make water warmer. During summer season, the pavement gets quite hot, which creates warm runoff that get into sewer system and water bodies. Next, last, natural causes. Natural causes like volcanoes and geothermal activities under the oceans and seas can trigger warm lava to raise the temperature of water bodies. Lightning can also introduce massive amount of heat into the ocean. Thank you.